Good evening, race fans, and welcome to another season of Wednesday Night Dash. This season, we are going trucking. It's going to be a great race here on tap at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've got some new drivers in the field, as well as obviously the big switch to the Camping World Truck Series. The competition yellows as this series continues to grow in drivers and increased attention. Last season, it was Chad Winstead dominating and winning all 8 events, but there'll be a new winner tonight as we've got 10 drivers that have never won a broadcasted race anyway on Wednesday Night Dash. So for the Atlanta Motor Speedway, let's take a quick peek at some of the facts and figures. Looks like it's opened in 1960. I know the location's actually in Hampton, Georgia, not Avondale, Arizona there. It's 1.54 miles in length and 24 degrees of banking. So for this particular race, we just finished up a 15-minute open qualification session, and we're going to have 65 laps with the competition caution falling at lap number 30. So after qualifying there, it's newcomer Richard Hurst sitting on the pole. Zach Voles, he was always a great qualifier last season. He's going to start second. Another newcomer, we've got Caden McAravey Jr. He's going to start third in that number 3 truck. Familiar face Mark Vickers will roll off fourth, with Erik Richardson starting fifth. Sixth is another rookie, Brandon Birmingham. And seventh is going to be Eric Blum. 8th was partial schedule runner last season, Chad Crow, and Bernard Pollard's going to start 9th. DJ Fluck is going to roll off 10th, and we're showing Kyle Fluck rolling off 11th. It's going to be a lot of new paint schemes to get used to here. So we got Richard Hurst here to try and take you through the field with some paint schemes. There we go. There's Richard Hurst's paint scheme. Beside him, Zach Voles rocking the Maxwell House truck. Appears as if Caden McAravey's an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. And Mark Vickers has got a different paint scheme, sporting a little bit of Arizona on the front.
We do go on green.
Erik Richardson in a Jepson's Malora machine. There's Brandon Birmingham. Eric Blum switching it up to the champagne of beers, Miller High Life for this season. He was always in the MGD car last season.
What up, baby? How y'all doing?
Chad Crow in the Mobile One machine.
There you go.
Bernard Pollard. Got a different number out there tonight.
Well, let's get it. I had an event.
DJ Fluck in the familiar Jepson's Malora colors. Iron City Beer. I like the Pittsburgh reference from Kyle Fluck.
Glad you can make it.
All right. These trucks are definitely going to pose a different challenge for the drivers out there. I think they'll be a little bit easier to drive than the next-gen cars were last season, but it should provide for closer racing for the fans at home. Green flag's out. And Richard Hurst is going to lead the field. We've got Zach Voles quickly falling in line. And with some of these guys being a little bit less familiar on their driving style, I'm going to leave the camera on exciting, so we'll be sure to capture all the action. I think if I'm behind the wheel of one of these trucks right now, I'm just sort of feeling out the pace of this race until we get to the competition caution. At lap 30s, we see Mark Vickers making a move in the 84 truck. He's going to go underneath Zach Voles and take over that second position. Lot of throttle time for these trucks around this big 1.5 mile track of Atlanta. The Atlanta Motor Speedway has since been reconfigured in real life, but the sim has not been quite updated to that yet. So we got Zach Bowles trying to go back underneath Mark Vickers. Good little battle for second spot here early on. Currently looking out the back bumper of Mark Vickers. Oh, we see Zach Bowles scrape the wall a little bit. That's going to allow Caden McAravey to get a run. There you can hear Vickers playing with the throttle a little bit as we're already on lap number 4. Richard Hurst stretching it out to about a second lead right now, and they're side by side for third. But it's Bowles that's going to prevail on the outside. And thus far, the field is much closer together than we typically saw last season with those next-gen cars. Well, we see Bowles is in the wall again. That's going to allow Caden McAravey to get by. A little further back, looking at Erik Richardson. Atlanta Motor Speedway is sometimes known for their close finishes, so hopefully we can get one here tonight. Like maybe some smoke up ahead. Not really sure why the camera didn't pick that up. Nonetheless, a good battle here between Erik Richardson and the 92 of Chad Crow. Nothing's changed up front, still all Richard Hurst. On board with Chad Crow. Looks to the inside of Erik Richardson there. Atlanta's one of those speedways where you can run multiple lines, so it makes for good racing. You hear him out of the gas there, so the tires are starting to get worn down just a little bit. Up ahead, another side-by-side battle there. Zach Bowles. Uh-oh, he's off the pace right now. People are scattering all around him. He must have caught the wall again. And we've kind of seen that be a pattern with Bowles. He's really fast right out of the gate, but seems to run into some problems. So hopefully he'll be able to get a fast repair and get that truck fixed up, back up to speed once the competition caution hits. See DJ Fluck making a move around him. Good battle here between Eric Blum and Chad Crow. Crow taking a peek to the outside. Back to the inside. Something must have happened to Kyle Fluck as he's multiple laps down already. Nothing's changed up front. There's Richard Hurst. He's got about maybe 12 car lengths to Mark Vickers. Maybe another 5 car lengths to Caden McAravey. McAravey's kind of on the move right now. He's aided to the lead a little bit. He's definitely reeling in Mark Vickers. Well, the best battle on the track is this one right here between Chad Crow and Eric Blum. Both trying to reel in Erik Richardson, but Richardson's been able to maintain at least a half a second over top of these guys while they're battling. I know we mentioned early in the broadcast, but Chad Winstead, last season's champion, who won all 8 races. He's been heavily involved in helping recruit some of these guys. He's taking the next step up to the Highline Racing League, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does on Thursday nights with those Xfinity cars. You have to keep an eye out for that. And while we got a minute, definitely want to make mention of Colorcast, Rogue Energy, Stadium Scene TV, and FR Racing, a lot of the sponsors that contribute here. As Richard Hurst has run into problems. Not sure if he caught the wall. We got a tremendous battle for the lead. 3 trucks going at it on lap number 14. We see Caden McAravey to the bottom of Mark Vickers now. And Richard Hurst, not sure exactly what happened to him. You'd have to imagine he either had to get out of the throttle or caught the wall, but he's going to be happy to see that battle behind him. Riding on the back bumper of our leader, Richard Hurst. And for Mark Vickers, I mean, he's been a bridesmaid so many times to Winstead. You know he's itching for that win, as here he comes trying to make a move on Richard Hurst. I think those Toyota Tundra front ends look so good. And I drive a Silverado in real life. Here comes Vickers taking a peek. Hurst drifts up the track a little bit, and that's going to bring Caden McAravey right back into the battle. All 3 trucks under a blanket once again. What a race for the lead. So now we got McAravey trying to go back underneath Vickers for second. And we see up ahead there is a truck that's off the pace. We'll have to see if that's going to come into effect. Hurst still able to hold off Vickers. Oh, that's Kyle Fluck. He's going to pull it to the inside and give these guys plenty of room. Right now, Mark Vickers gets a tremendous draft into turn number 3. Can he carry the momentum out the corner? What a battle. There you saw, it looked like Vickers just barely overdrove the corner a little bit. That gave Richard Hurst the ability to kind of gap him to the front stretch. As we're riding on board right now with Caden McAravey. He's got the best seat in the house for all this. We're 10 laps away from the competition caution. Right now they're finding out what their tires are like, gonna be like for the end of this race. Hear him not all the way out of the throttle, just kind of playing with it. Vickers got a great run through that corner. hang on to it, Caden, hang on to it. Vickers and McAravey both loose and both made the save. Now McAravey is going to go to the outside. And folks, we got a new second place driver. It's Caden McAravey Jr. We'll see if he can run down Richard Hurst. Saw another truck go a lap down there. Not sure, that might have been Birmingham. Yeah, he's 4 laps down. He missed had a problem. Saw Zach Bowles is 1 down, which he'll get the lucky dog if he can maintain that position. 7 to go before the competition yellow hits. Now McAravey trying to reel in the leader. Interesting how McAravey's taking that high line around the racetrack. Able to get a big run off the corner, but it hurts him on entry. But that makes for good racing when you got 2 guys using different lines to their advantage. You can see a little bit further behind. I know he's got fresher tires. Whoa, hang on to it, Richard, there. Trying to break the draft. And now we've got Caden McAravey looking to the bottom of the Iowa Hawkeyes truck. Side by side out of turn number 4. And here comes the lap truck of Birmingham. He's got fresh tires. And he wants to get one of his laps back. He's showing a lot of pace. Oh, be careful with the leader. My goodness. And Vickers is able to avoid him. That's going to allow Caden McAravey back to the outside. Got to be so careful racing around the leader as a lap truck. Hate to see that happen. But we got a new leader. It's Caden McAravey. 2 of the new guys trading the lead. McAravey gets a little bit of loose there off of turn number 4 once again. Sorry, that was turn 2. Looks like Hurst might be reeling him back in. Got 3 laps to go before the competition yellow. Got to put on a heck of a show here at the beginning of this thing. Riding on board now with Richard Hurst. There's the lap truck of Birmingham. Those fresher tires. These guys are treading lightly around him. Tires are definitely starting to wear. You can hear all the off throttle time. Yeah, look at the run Richard Hurst just got into turns 1 and 2 here. Still gaining on McAravey. Oh, he had to lift there. Somebody else on the apron there. It's Kyle Fluck. And there's the competition yellow. So we're gonna have our first yellow stage break, if you want to call it that. with Caden McAravey Jr. leading. Zach Bowles should get the wave around as the lucky dog, first car 1 lap down. Top 8 still on the lead lap, which right now it's Caden McAravey leading. Richard Hurst second, Mark Vickers third. Chad Crow's worked his way into 4th spot. 5th is Erik Blum, 6th Erik Richardson, 7th is Bernard Pollard Jr., and 8th is DJ Fluck.
Race car is entering the back.
Worth mentioning that we don't see Colton Gardner out there. I know he was really fast at the last race that we had at the tail end of last season, but I think he's going to run most of the races here this season with the guys. He'll be in the number 40. We also expect to see Justin Neves back and Justin Wexberg. As you see the leaders come down pit road, I imagine everybody will put 4 tires on. Probably use a fast repair. So take a look at the race off pit road here. Here they all come. Saw the 3 truck didn't quite get square in the box. I wonder if that's going to allow Richard Hurst to shoot off pit road here and re-grab the lead. Yep, there it was. So man, McAravey lost 2 spots on pit road. That combo of not being quite square in the box and then maybe a slower stop from his crew is going to hand the lead back to Richard Hurst. In seconds now, Mark Vickers. The rest of the field, DJ Fluck, Bernard Pollard coming off pit road there. Bummer that Birmingham had his issues, because he was keeping right up with the leader. I know he had fresh tires, but
sorry about that
clearly
earlier.
showed speed.
I didn't really mean to. My tires were old.
Should see Birmingham either take a wave around or maybe come down pit road this time. I'm not sure. Should have 9 trucks on the lead lap here as we get ready for the final 30 lap stint. A good race so far. Wondering now if maybe Chad Crow, Erik Blum, Erik Richardson, maybe some of them guys getting to restart a little closer to the leaders will have the ability to kind of watch and see what they're doing and maintain pace a little bit better through the second half here. So here's a look at our drivers for this season. Got Caden McAravey Jr., as we mentioned, Erik Richardson, Richard Hurst, Bernard Pollard, Colton Gardner, we said was not here tonight, Brandon Birmingham, Zach Bowles, Erik Blum, Justin Neves. We miss seeing the Liquid Death machine out there. Mark Vickers, DJ Fluck, Chad Crow, and Kyle Fluck. So these guys, they got an entry fee of $50, but there's still time to join if you happen to be watching.
You guys hear me okay?
Got you, Zachary.
There we go.
What do you want? Are you supposed to go around, or I'm not in second?
I think my thing's pushed out.
Yeah, it's still telling me the 41 to last down.
We're getting ready to go back green here. We'll see if Richard Hurst can hold on to the lead with Mark Vickers and Caden McAravey trying to chase him down.
I don't have command in my, I don't know what it is. Actually, Kendall, you can hear it. You can hear flag. I'll give you address.
Green flag, green flag.
That was a rough start.
What the heck?
My players.
What are you doing, 21? What are you doing, bud?
Ain't that freaking hard?
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. The mic was having some issues there, cutting out. I think we've got things fixed here. Is it still Richard Hurst up front? We're looking at Bernard Pollard, who's up to third. Saw a big switch up there. All kinds of guys on pit road now. Now the big question is, can Caden McAravey Jr. run down Richard Hurst? What a tough break as multiple trucks on pit road after collecting damage. That's going to be a big shakeup in this race and a big shakeup in the point standings and obviously the results as Zach Bowles taking the lucky dog is now up to third. Got to give a tip of the cap to Zach Bowles for hanging in there.
Okay, gotcha, man. It's all good.
While these front couple are spread out, let's see if we can take a look at the instant replay, see what happened here. Bear with us on the rewind here. As you see, it's coming right through the gears. Looks like something happened there to Mark Vickers in the 84 car. Eric Blum collected. Not sure if he spun the tires or... That camera angle didn't give us much. Let's see from this one. There's the 84. The 41's in the middle there. Oh, he just comes up and just clips the 84, and then the 92 and 67 are trying to avoid him. Ugh, what a mess. Right on the restart. There you can see the gap. That's live as we speak with 25 laps to go. And through the first 30 laps, Richard Hurst led about the first 25 or so. And then it was Caden McAravey able to run him down after Vickers had got to the back bumper of Hurst and attempted to pass him a couple times. So will be interesting to see if Richard Hurst kind of learned his lesson from the first stint here and is able to save his tires a little bit better, or if maybe perhaps McAravey needed that crutch of Vickers to kind of stir the pot with Hurst. It doesn't seem to be the case, as McAravey has been eating into the lead little by little right now. Maintaining about a 9/10 of a second gap right now is Hurst. A little further back, Bernard Pollard. Good run for the Ally Chevrolet. And Zach Voles, a great recovery, as mentioned before, getting that lucky dog, and now hanging in for a podium finish right now. Three trucks going at it right here is Chad Crow and DJ Fluck, both looking to the inside there of Bernard Pollard. Obviously Crow probably picked up some fresh tires, came down pit road. Back up front, it's actually Richard Hurst who's been able to gain on McAravey right now. He's increased the lead to about 1.2 seconds. Coming down on 20 laps to go. Got to give a call to a couple of these new guys here. Richard Hurst, Caden McAravey, kind of stealing the show here at Atlanta. Got to feel bad for Mark Vickers there. Got taken out through no fault of his own, and that was definitely unfortunate to see. He was fast, very fast in the first half of this race. Still about a 1.1 second gap. Let's see if we can take a ride around Atlanta Motor Speedway with Richard Hurst and see what he's doing here. Currently underneath the lap truck of Mark Vickers. Coming down the backstretch, this wall right here will reach out and get you if you're not careful. Tell he's out of the throttle slightly there and playing with it and back in the throttle right off the white line. Drifts the truck up and across the quad oval here into turn number 1. Very fast 1.5 mile track here, Atlanta is. Back in the throttle, right up against the wall there at the exit of 2. Back in through 3 and 4 here. You see him go up the track a little bit. That's a lap around Atlanta Motor Speedway. A couple of them anyway, from leader Richard Hurst. And right now we can actually see that McAravey's been reeling in Richard Hurst. Not sure if he's just been biding his time or if maybe the lap truck of Vickers has allowed the 3 to kind of pick up more draft or just put enough pressure on Richard Hurst where he can't just make as clean of laps as he's used to making. But if this thing plays out like it did in the first half, we might have ourselves a heck of a finish here.
I tried to ride the wall.
4 trucks right in a line. At this point, they're definitely all drafting on each other, and that's going to be a big advantage for McAravey. Man, look at all the speed the 41 carried in there. And he's got to be careful racing around the leaders. No, he's got fresher tires. Yeah, it looks like Hurst is just going to let him go. 14 laps to go. We're in a similar position that we saw in the first half of this race. Unfortunately, Vickers is 3 laps down this time. Whoa, hang on to it there, Richard. Got a little bit loose. At least according to my sim racing apps, looked like McAravey was able to gain on entry but lost some on exit here. So we've got 12 laps to go. And for some reason, Bernard Pollar's in the pits. Not exactly. Oh no, he spun it on the apron. It's easy to do on cold tires. Meanwhile, the view right now from McAravey, he can see the leader. It's not Mark Vickers right in front of him. It's the next truck up there, Richard Hurst. You know, McAravey's probably desperately trying to get around the 84 truck. We got loose there off of 2. There he is in his familiar lineup there, up high. Gives him a big momentum boost down the front straightaway here. Third spot currently belongs to Zach Bowles. We see Eric Blum going around him. Fourth is Chad Crow. And fifth is DJ Fluck. So Fluck's got Chad Crow right in his sights as well. DJ finished last season pretty strong. I think he maybe had a connection issue with his wheel or something at the final race, but prior to that, I think he finished on the podium for the first time all season with a 3rd place finish. That's good to see. See if he can keep that momentum up. Meanwhile, back up front, still 1.2 seconds, the gap between Richard Hurst and Caden McAravey. Richard Hurst still with Mark Vickers to his rear bumper. I think right now, if you're Mark Vickers, you just got to kind of ride this one out, learn all you can about some of these new guys, and almost pretend you're running second right now, as the restart crash just created havoc in the end of this race. Not exactly sure why the 41 truck was actually lined up where he was there. Interesting, as you see, McAravey just got loose big time. Was able to hold on to it, but that is just what Richard Hurst wanted to see, as he's now able to extend the lead out to almost 3 seconds with just 6 laps to go.
Who, me?
5 to go that time by at the line. Trying to find us a schedule. Yep, there it is. So next week we will actually be at the Circuit of the Americas. So 20 turns, the challenge for these guys next week, followed by Charlotte Motor Speedway. Darlington Raceway will be the 4th race of the season. Then they'll hit the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway, go to Lucas Oil Raceway, the high line dominated short track, as the 6th race. Then they'll take on the challenge of the Bristol Dirt Track and finish up the Speedway at a lot of these guys' home state of Arizona at Phoenix Raceway. So a good little schedule here for season number 3. It's been a great race to kick things off. The end of stage number 1, if you want to call it that, was fantastic racing between the 2 leaders, Richard Hurst, Caden McAravey, as well as Mark Vickers. He was right in the midst of things as well. Saw Zach Bowles pick up the lucky dog. And then the massive crash right on the restart, taking out a lot of the front runners, both of the Eriks, Blum and Richardson. Saw DJ Fluck catch a piece of it. Of course, Mark Vickers got his left rear tag that kind of kick-started the whole event. And you hate to see that. Chad Crow got involved as well. But ever since McAravey got loose there, it's been all Richard Hurst. He's going to go by this time. 2 laps to go. What a momentum boost this would be if he's able to cap it off to kickstart his season. There it is, the white flag this time by. One more time around for Richard Hurst. In a night of what could have been for Mark Vickers, what could have been for Caden McAravey, it appears as if Richard Hurst is going to start on the pole, by the way, and cap things off. Coming off turn number 4 for the final time, Richard Hurst is going to win race number 1 of season 3 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And my tire didn't go last
Same here. My tires are absolutely toast. I'm still going. I was with you guys and then I just died.
I'm not 100% sure if he's going to burn it down here or jump in for an interview. But we'll wait around here for a couple minutes just in case he does get the memo to pop in here for a quick interview with us.
Good race, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Coda is next week. Burn it down, Richard. Sorry about the message, guys.
There it is. That's a good little burnout. So your final results here tonight, Richard Hurst is going to go to victory lane. Caden McAravey second. Zach Bowles rebounds for 3rd place. Bernard Pollard's going to finish 4th despite the issues he faced in the second stint there. Chad Crow brings home the final spot of the top 5. DJ Fluck starts off the season with a 6th place finish. Mark Vickers was fast all night but got caught up in that big mess. He's going to finish 3 laps down in 7th spot. Eric Blum's going to finish 8th in the number 67 car. Erik Richardson, more tough luck, unfortunately, tonight for Richardson. We've seen him be fast at multiple tracks throughout Wednesday Night Dash. He's going to wind up 9th. Brandon Birmingham's going to be 10th, and Kyle Fluck will round out the field in 11th. And we do have Richard in here. Richard, congratulations on the win.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know, I wish Caden hadn't got so loose. You know, that would have been a good battle right there at the end. You know, we had a really good stage race. I brushed the wall just a little bit, and they caught up to me. But, you know, that was a really good end of that stage. And then I don't know what happened with the 41, but that kind of, you know, just messed everybody up. But, you know, Mark Vickers, you know, I appreciate all the room. You know, he raced me very, very clean. He gave me a lot of room considering he was a lap down, which I hated to see that. But that would have been a good finish if you know, these guys were on the lead lap if that stage break that stage start wouldn't have messed everybody up.
Yeah, it was a bummer to see that restart crash, but hopefully they'll get it ironed out for next week. I know it's going to be a totally different challenge, taking on 20 turns at Coda. Are you up for the challenge of the Texas road course?
I'm up for the challenge, but I don't know if I'm going to be any good. Ran it a couple times, did pretty good, but I believe some of these guys are going to be a little bit better because I don't have that road course experience.
I'm not much of a road course ringer myself, but with you being a newcomer to the series here, Richard, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of cue the fans in at home on what we should know about the 22 truck here for the rest of the 7 races of the season.
Well, I have the Army Infantry Shield on the hood of that truck. I am a 8-year Army vet. Served in the 124th Infantry, ex LEO officer. Live here in Auburn, Alabama. Hometown is Tallahassee, Florida. Florida Gators fan. And I love doing iRacing. We do have broadcasting that we do, so I know how hard your job could be sometimes.
Yeah, nobody knows until they've done it, especially just the pressure of being live. And, if anything ever goes wrong, it just feels like 30 seconds. It feels like 10 minutes, if there's a malfunction or something. But yeah, that's cool, Richard. Well, no pressure, but I will tell you that the gentleman in season 2, Mr. Chad Winstead, who won the first race of the season, did go on to win the rest of the 7. So we'll see if Richard Hurst can continue the streak next week at Coda. But before we let you get on out of here, who do you got to thank for this win here?
Man, I got to thank you for putting this broadcast on. Allowing people to see these guys' talents. The league admins, for putting on these races. Southern Broadcast Racing Network. My broadcast, half owner of that, so I got to give them a shout out. All my family and friends that are actually viewing my broadcast right now.
Well, awesome. Well, Richard, first and foremost, thank you very much for your service, especially coming off Memorial Day weekend. And congratulations on the win. What a great jump start for this season. And I imagine we'll be talking to you a couple more times down the line. Congrats again from Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is Kendall Kerr. This has been Wednesday Night Dash. We'll see you next Wednesday from Coda.
Have a good night.